Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. Nah.
Maybe not.
Right then, hello there, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you happen to be. My name is Paul, I'm also called Knickknack, I'm the brains behind Knickknack's Daily Teasers. I also do a lot of movie reviews, and I also talk about TV shows I'm watching. Just recently I managed to catch The Batman. Robert Pattinson is okay, but he's a little bit wooden, just in case you're asking. Also, a few months back, caught Galaxy 4, the classic Doctor Who series, which is worth a watch. The colour animation version is quite something. It's a very strong colour palette to it. I've also, for the past few weeks, been watching the fourth series of Star Trek Discovery, which is looking quite good. Last night, I saw episode 6, and tonight I wanted to tell you about it. Episode 6, Stormy Weather, opens with a summary of earlier episodes and then shifts to show us Captain Burnham, Sonequa Martin Green, recording both her log and starting on her family tree, all whilst chewing over recent events with partner Cleveland Booker, David Ajala, who does bloody good in this episode, as ever. Book is having issues. Today marks the birthday of his estranged father, and it's giving him a few difficulties. Captain Burnham, on the other hand, has got some very strict orders to investigate a rift left behind by the dark matter anomaly to see if it can offer clues to the makers of the DMA. It's something Book disagrees with. He's more concerned with following what little evidence they have and pursuing the makers of the DMA outside Federation space. But, as Michael puts it, he's got leads, she's got a crime scene. One that turns out to be a lot more dangerous than how or what was expected. Now, I'm recording this on the 30th of April 2022. I'm hopefully also going to be uploading it to YouTube on the same day. Now, usually I've got the TV over here turned off so that it doesn't swamp out the sound of me talking. But I had the TV on while I was writing the written version of this post. And it seemed that at the time I started, Ronnie O'Sullivan led 15-9 against John Higgins and has since won 17-11. So he's got the final that starts tomorrow sewn up. It's the Snooker World Championships, in case you're wondering. I'm an occasional fan. But you're not here watching this because you're a snooker fan and hoping to see me dribbling on about Rocket Ronnie or Judd Trump. No, you're here to see what I thought about this most recent episode of Star Trek Discovery, aren't you? I hope you are. Wouldn't be much point in you watching if you weren't, but bear with me. I think the episode itself is a relatively straightforward story. It's about the Discovery trying to get from A to C and getting stuck at B and having to find a way out without getting themselves killed. Even if I couldn't tell you exactly which episode, I am not Trek culture, bless them. They're a bunch of nutters over there and very good at their jobs. But even if I'm not sure in which episode or in which member of the franchise, I'm pretty sure Star Trek's done this sort of story before. Even if I can't tell you when. It's a common trope, I think, in a lot of series. I also think it's fairly reminiscent of the sort of Star Trek TNG kind of formula. They get stuck going from A to C. Captain Picard gets his crew to give him ideas, comes up with a solution, and orders everybody into action and risks his own life in the process. And what we've got here is Captain Burnham asking for ideas, synthesizing a solution, ordering everyone into action, and risking her own life in the process. And getting sung at, would you believe? The title, Stormy Weather, the title refers to the song the ship's computer, Zora, sings to her. Do I sound critical there? I hope not. I don't mean to. Part of the reason why Star Trek The Next Generation I felt lasted so long was it found a reasonably usable formula and made sure it stuck to a formula that worked. So Stormy Weather and Star Trek Discovery copying that formula and having an episode directed by Jonathan Frakes, Commander Riker himself, it helps with that. They're doing what's shown to be successful before now, and they're doing well with it. Stormy Weather isn't necessarily, in that sense, doing something new, but it's doing a good story. It's making use of what it knows how to do and does it well, I think. The one thing that did grab me is either new or a new take on an old idea was the one element I've mentioned of the series for Star Trek, one that is relatively new. Zora, the ship's computer. In most of the franchise series, the ship's computer is a personality-free, voice-activated assistant. Effectively, the ship's computer on TNG and the classic series and Voyager and DS9, where it does crop up as well. The ship's computer is a giant version of Siri or Alexa. It's like a voice-activated assistant. Zora, on the other hand, the Discovery's computer, is a result of the Discovery's computer merging with the sphere data from Series 3, with the result that we have not a data, but a HAL rather than a Siri. I don't know if she ever saw the film, but actress Annabelle Wallis, who's playing Zora, sounds remarkably like a female and less malevolent version of 2001's iconic villainous computer. I don't know if she's copying Douglas Rain's performance, but it sure sounds like it. She sounds like a digital person rather than a machine, he says. Okay, it's an old idea. It's as old as Data. It's as old as the EMH in Voyager. It's as old as Asimov's own robots. My point is that, to me, it's a fresh take on an old idea and very welcome. We get to see something that's new-ish, a new personality, and something that's a highlight, to me, of the episode. Even if I was, expecting a rousing rendition of Daisy Daisy. Did get me thinking that for a minute there. At any rate, this is not necessarily the best episode of the series so far. I think that possibly goes to one of the first three. I'd score them quite highly. But, while it's not necessarily the best, it is an improvement on last week's episode, The Examples. Personally, I am going to be watching episode 7, But to Connect, next Friday, the 6th of May, and I'll have my written video review up by the 7th of May. Hopefully, I'll see you then. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good bank holiday if you're in the UK and got the day off. Take care.